Well, g'day, and welcome along to another little video. In this video, it's a beautiful sunny Tuesday, but not just any Tuesday. Currently, we're in the end of school term holidays for the kids, and my 10-year-old daughter Erica and I are out for a bit of a ride. She's been bugging me a lot lately to visit the City Aquatic Centre for another swim, and today seemed like the perfect chance to indulge her. But this ride today will be a little bit extra special. The journey from our home on Hobart's eastern shore to the aquatic centre in the city itself is a journey of around about 14 or 15 kilometres. But to get there, we're going to need to cross the precarious Tasman Bridge. Subscribers to our channel and Tassie locals would be pretty familiar with the Tasman Bridge. It's featured in several of our previous videos. The track across the bridge itself is known by many as one of the worst sections of riding track anywhere in Australia, and this would be my daughter Erica's first ever attempt at riding across it. Today Erica is riding her favourite wheel, which is the Kingsong 16S as usual. I'll be riding my Inmotion V11 and I will be filming on my Insta 361R. Those of you with a bit of a keen eye may have noticed the selfie stick is just visible in my hand in some of these scenes. Unfortunately, my selfie stick broke recently and I had trouble sourcing a new one in a short period of time, so I had to buy one locally. I ended up going for a GoPro brand selfie stick. Fantastic selfie stick, excellent quality. Unfortunately though, it doesn't quite fit my Insta 361R just right, and I can't completely remove the stick from the camera's view. Bear with me though, I do intend to get a new selfie stick soon, but until then you're just going to have to put up with a little bit of it being visible in some scenes such as this one right here. Anyway, before we can get to the bridge itself for our epic crossing and onto the aquatic centre for our swim, first we're going to have to get there. The journey's going to take us along the eastern shores coastline, all the way from Hobart to the Tasman Bridge. So sit back, relax and enjoy some of the scenes from this beautiful sunny Hobart Tuesday. Erica's been riding really well, as you can see. She's been riding EUCs for a little over a year now. Prior to that she was riding e-scooters for around a year or two also. As we come along this track here, we're almost at the bridge now. While the bridge itself is only 1.4 kilometres long, the riding and pedestrian path across it is barely 2 feet wide, with little barrier between you and the traffic and numerous hazards such as maintenance gantries along the way. As we approach the bridge here, I'll let Erica take the lead and set the pace, telling her to go down to walking speed if needs be, and that there's absolutely no shame in getting off her wheel and walking if she finds the bridge too scary. So let's see how she goes. and as you can see, on one side of the path here, all we have is a small barrier that's around about hip height, separating you from the fast moving traffic below. On the other side is a slightly more substantial barrier, but it's still quite open. You definitely wouldn't want to go through there or over the top of that. It's around about a 60 metre drop below. Originally designed as nothing more than a maintenance walkway, officials have permitted foot and bicycle traffic over this pathway ever since its construction in the early 1960s. As you can imagine, there's been many cycle accidents over the time on the bridge, including a few fatalities, I believe. It's a path that I can and will ride over, but I really hate doing so, as you can kind of see why. And so, as you can imagine, I was pretty nervous for Erica's first crossing, and so was she. And we'll stop here for a quick selfie at the pinnacle of the bridge and do a quick recap. As you can see, Erica's been riding really well up the bridge so far. You may have even heard me telling her to slow down once or twice. She seems even more confident than I am riding across this bridge, which is a really good sign. And while we're up here on the pinnacle of the bridge, what a perfect opportunity to show you just how narrow this bridge is, as a cycle rider squishes past us there. It's very common practice to run into other riders and pedestrians as you're crossing the bridge here. It's quite a social crossing, in fact. Everyone says hello, has a big smile, but yeah, it is annoying to have to get off your ride and allow each other to pass. Everything's been going really well so far, but that's about to change. As I try and get a shot with my camera from behind, I'm not quite as mindful as I should be of the barrier. The camera on the end of my stick just caught one of the gantry bars here, as you can see, hitting it hard enough to yank me off balance and make me drop my wheel. I immediately went down as hard as I could on top of the wheel and pinned it with my leg. I didn't want it going out into the traffic. That's one of the biggest fears, one of the biggest nightmares every EUC or e-skate rider has going over this bridge, is having a bit of a crash and losing control and your ride spears out into the traffic, which is not a good scenario. Erica comes running up straight away to make sure I'm okay, which I am. I couldn't believe the camera wasn't torn off the stick. A few quick adjustments and we are riding again, a little shaken but not stirred. And there we go, she's done it. She's reached the end of the bridge. We'll follow these pathways here off the bridge itself and onto the intercity cycleway, before following that for about another kilometre until we reach the aquatic centre. And yes, indeed, she's done it, and I couldn't be prouder. She did the bridge ride better than I did. In fact, I had a crash, and she went over there quite smooth, quite steady. I had to tell her to slow down quite a few times. There's some high fives. She's quite pleased with herself. Just goes to show I'm the more experienced rider. I've been across that bridge maybe over a dozen times myself, and yet I'm the one who had a little bit of a bingle there, while the 10-year-old first timer cruised over there quite smoothly and quite confidently. I couldn't be prouder, and as dads can empathise, there's no better feeling than taking your kid, teaching them a skill and watching them do better at it than you and take it to the next level. That's what it's all about. And we're almost at the aquatic centre. We'll make our way along the track here until we arrive. Have a bit of a swim for an hour or two and enjoy the holiday activities at the pool before making the return journey home back across the bridge again. And here we are approaching the bridge once more. As we come up onto the bridge, I'll let Erica take the lead and set the pace once again for the trip back over. And she has indeed done it. That's 2 full crossings of the Tasman Bridge. For a reward for doing such a great job, I decided to stop here at this little dirt bike pump track at Montague Bay Primary School underneath the bridge for a little bit of a play. While we were here, we got stopped by a gentleman who was walking his dogs, who was quite amused and interested in the EUCs. So we gave him a little bit of a look at him, told him a bit about him before parting ways and making our way back home. Erica was having so much fun on the ride today, she asked if we could take the longer way home, which was following the cycleway along the coastline back to Harra, so that's exactly what we decided to do. And we're reaching the end of our journey now and getting close to home. If you're still with us, then thanks so much for riding along with us, we really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it'll certainly encourage us to make more content. Erica and I had a fantastic day with several milestones for her, including a bridge crossing and some feats at the aquatic centre in the water. Another great adventure with my daughter and some more priceless memories for our memory banks. We really can't begin to say how much PUVs have brought to our life. From e-scooters to EUCs, it's brought bonding and adventures between me and my kids and my partner more than words can express. So if you're looking for a fun way to spend time and build some priceless memories, get yourself an electric ride. Get some good safety gear and get out there and adventure together. As for us, we'll see you in the next video.